So TRT means testosterone replacement therapy. And we get this question a lot because in my first podcast, in the sort of the soft launch of X3, I was on Dave Asprey's podcast, and I talked about how I've had a prescription for TRT for 12 years before developing the X3, and then was that a help or something like that? Well, in the 12 years that I was just using regular weights and not having X3. My first year with X3, I put on 30 pounds of muscle. Before that, the previous 12 years, I think I put on 5 pounds of muscle. So did TRT help? No. I'm going to paraphrase what WebMD says, but it gives you a natural level of testosterone. WebMD goes further in defining the difference between steroids and TRT. Is there not only higher doses of testosterone, but it's stacked with other illegal chemicals when somebody does quote steroid cycle that can cause a lot of harm, and I certainly don't recommend. And so, of course, they're illegal anyway, so there's really nothing to worry about. But I also want to point out there's a bodybuilder who died. He was 21 years old, which is really sad. But he was one of the top competitors in the world. His name was Dallas McCarver. And so a natural level of testosterone can come from 150 milligrams of injectable testosterone per week. Now, I don't know what this guy put in himself, but forget about all the other drugs, just the testosterone. When he died, and of course nobody knows when his last shot was, so it could have actually been higher than this. But the guy had 57 times the amount of testosterone in his body that the average person does. So that's a huge difference. So that's a difference between a steroid user that we know of and a replacement type dosage, 57-fold. Now, does everybody take what that guy took? I don't know, probably not. That seems extreme. But again, I don't know. I don't know a lot of competitive bodybuilders. Most of the competitive bodybuilders that we've worked with as a company, the steroid days are in their past, and what they did was way less than what some of the pros do now. And the pros we do work with that are continuing to compete, they use far less than that. So it's kind of strange to see this happen, but ultimately TRT is replacement. So it is the same as being natural, and if you got tested, it might show some markers that are put in with pharmaceutical grade testosterone so that you can see the markers, because some sports don't allow TRT for whatever reason. Probably because somebody could say they were on TRT and they would do a little bit more, or they would try and use that as justification to do some other things and think that the TRT is going to sort of create a smoke screen there. But that's just my theory. Now, some people use this as an excuse for why they're not in shape, and they're just jealous people online. So I urge all those people who think WebMD is wrong that they should email WebMD and explain that they are smarter than WebMD, and that WebMD should change the definition to whatever their definition is. And when you do that, please email us, because we can't wait.